What's up? I'm Ghost, and welcome to the Midnight Gamescast.
This is
Sorry, was that weird?
the Midnight Gamescast.
Hey guys!
We're recording live every Tuesday afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern and bring it to YouTube. Look at the scroll down below. I'm starting to figure out how to use OBS. The one downside of using OBS is that it feels like I'm building a website in Angel Fire from like 1997.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, if anyone out there uses OBS and has some tips for me, let me know, because this thing feels so antiquated, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
How are the mic levels? We didn't check the mics. How are you doing?
Oh, check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, check 2.
Perfect. Looks good.
Fantastic. Where's Jeremy? Jeremy's in Colorado, Mike Sensei.
Yo, what's he doing in Colorado?
Having a nice vacation with his lady friend. Kids are at home.
Yeah.
He's having fun.
So what you're saying is these names down here totally inaccurate?
Oh, shit.
God damn it.
Damn it, every time.
I don't know
You're
what to do
not the
about
sofa
that.
king.
I'm not the sofa king. I'm not even the regular king.
You're the king of the podcast.
So you and I both had trouble sleeping last night.
Oh, what's sleep?
No, yeah, basically I
my God.
didn't sleep at all because I was like, man, I got to go to bed so I could wake up early. I have a Animal Force review to get done.
Yes.
And then I also, on top of that, had to prepare for this show because as of last night, nothing was prepared. Right?
Yeah.
None of this stuff down
None of
here,
it started.
the little logo up here, there, right?
Mm-hmm.
None of it was working. So I was like, I'm just gonna like lie down, like midnight, 1 a.m., like super early for me.
Okay.
Right?
Not
I'm
too
like,
bad, yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna get up super early, and this is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be well rested,
You're like, I'm ready for this.
totally ready. So I put on something boring. I was like, oh, let's just like put Hulu on and see what's on.
No
It's
more
boring.
Boy Meets World?
So done with Boy Meets World. I like legit hate that show
Yeah.
now. The first few seasons, awesome. Everything else is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna put on Hoarders. Because every
I like
episode's
Hoarders.
the same. Every episode's the same.
Exact same.
Like,
Literally.
I don't want to get rid of my stuff. I don't want to get rid of my stuff. And then it's like fine, I'll get rid of my stuff, like very last minute.
Fine.
Like,
Yeah.
And then there's the cleanup guy, and he's like, I don't think we're going to get this job done for the first time ever.
He sticks his chest out like
He
that?
does. He
Okay.
does. He puts his
Fair enough.
like very Superman pose. It's
Yeah.
very strange, the whole thing. And I'm totally invested. I'm like super into it. I'm laying there watching.
This is
and
what happens.
I don't know if everyone else out there watches Hoarders the way I watch Hoarders, but I'm watching.
Go on.
I'm watching thinking, I'm only about 3 steps away from these people.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah,
I look
think
around
a lot
and
of,
I'm like-
No. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying there. And yes, I think most people watch Hoarders the way that you watch Hoarders. Some more so or less so than others.
So like people, like I'm like laying in bed being like, I should really pick up this clothes pile. And I'm watching Hoarders. I'm like, the first thing I think is, it's not that bad. And then the second thing I think is, I'm like 3 days away from this being an issue.
Yeah.
Right?
But so next thing you know, you're not sleeping and it's morning.
7 episodes later.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like, why am I still awake?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm like getting a text from you, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess it's morning. Let's get up and let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. As
Yeah,
always,
meanwhile.
my name's Brian Paul, and to my left, your right, the one, the only, Michelle Varicchione.
Oh, thank you. Mutant Fox, thank you so much for your donation.
Thank you, Mutant Fox.
Woo! Made it one time for once.
We apologize for being a little tired today. You didn't sleep well
Okay,
either.
yeah, so my lovely infant sleeps through the night every single night, except for
You saw
the
her
nights
struggle, didn't
before.
you? You saw her struggle when she said a lovely infant. She's like, right now, I don't really think that.
I
Lovely
always, no,
infant.
I actually always think that.
I know, you're
I'm obsessed.
fucking crazy.
I'm obsessed with my child. No, he just doesn't like to sleep on nights before the podcast, apparently. And that's just a thing. Like, hey, Mom, I know it's Monday night.
Yeah.
I'm going to be awake. And even if he's not crying, if he's fussing, I still wake up, like, instantly to it. Because I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? You know? So I
cat
didn't
on the
sleep.
prowl.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what happens. I'm like, what's going on? So yeah, long story short, I got like maybe 2 hours of sleep last night. Maybe.
Maybe.
And then I wanted to wake up early because I wanted to play some more VR before coming here. So. Yeah.
Okay. So well, that being said,
Let's do this.
no Jeremy this week.
The one time I didn't bring a freaking Red Bull. Damn it.
Would you like some coffee?
I would. Thank
Okay.
you.
Jeremy's not here. Obviously, we already talked about that. The point is that usually when it's just two of us, we definitely go off the rails. We lose all structure.
Gamertag, thank you. We have 19K. Woo!
Yeah, 19,000 subscribers as of like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That is pretty incredible.
Yeah. No, it's insane.
Yeah. I
was here when there was only 3 subscribers.
Yeah, you know, just I guess we'll talk about this right now. It's hold on a second. I
you
literally
can answer your phone. What's going on?
So hold on a second. Now I've got 2 things to talk about. So if you guys saw that awesome intro by Ghost, Ghost is I don't even have his
a Call of Duty lover
fucking username down here, but I totally edited it into the intro of the show. So hold on a second. So he first of all, he said he just sent me an email right now.
Nick says that my baby's mad that he's not old enough to watch the show yet. I agree.
That's probably true.
Right.
So Ghost introduced the show, and if you want to introduce next week's show, just send a short little, keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it
short, sweet, and sexy.
Sexy, preferably. If you can send that to your video clip to withoutparole@gmail.com, not Without Parole Games, Justin. Withoutparole@gmail.com. You know, when did Justin Parole become the Without Parole whipping boy?
Always.
Because on yesterday's episode of Why We Love
Always.
PSVR, I think we made fun of him twice. It's craziness.
Madman in Black. Thank you so much for your donation.
Oh, thanks, Madman. You the shit, yo.
He's always around hanging out.
And it's actually nighttime over there. It's 7 p.m. over in the good old UK.
7 p.m.
I know. I wish it was 7 p.m. here.
Jesus.
Right? The sun would be down. It wouldn't be so goddamn hot.
Nope. Sunset's at 8:26 today.
You are such a fucking hippie.
Just saying.
So
it's a minute less every day.
So please, if you want to introduce next week's show, we actually don't have any introductions for the Midnight Gamescast because all the other ones used to say this is viewer takeover, and now we need ones that say welcome to.
Have we used
Midnight
up all
Gamescast.
the?
I don't know. Probably
viewer takeovers.
There's one. I think Trey Thacker sent us one.
Okay.
That we could probably still use. I have to take a look at it though. So thank you, Trey. But so here's the thing. You guys saw the introduction with Ghost, right?
Yep.
And so Ghost, I sent him an email right before the show, and I was like, hey dude, I just want to let you know that we're using your intro today. And he was like, cool, I'm gonna be at work, I won't be able to see it, but it'll still definitely brighten my day because this is what he's dealing with right now.
What you got? Oh.
This is
what's going on there?
This is Ghost's car.
Okay.
Ghost got into a pretty bad car accident. I'm
so sorry to hear that. I know what it's like to get in accidents. It's not fun.
So I asked him if he was okay. He said he got a big bump and a gash on his forehead. He said it's gonna leave.
No.
He said
a big one.
It's gonna leave a scar, but he's okay. He said I wasn't wearing my seatbelt and hit my head on the roll cage.
To all you game cats out there, put your seatbelt on.
Well, and that's exactly what he said in the follow-up email. He wrote, if I could recommend anything to all the game cats, it would be to wear your seatbelt. Don't try going through yellow lights if you think you might not make it.
Okay, I'll take that one personally into consideration.
And get full coverage in liability insurance. That is definitely recommended for sure. So we send some love to Ghost. Add him as a friend on the PlayStation Network. Later, check out the beginning of this.
What's up, Sim from Ireland?
What's up, dude? So yeah, good luck, buddy. Hopefully everything goes okay. But
good luck.
As far as the 19,000 subscriber thing goes, yesterday on Reddit, and Reddit can be filled with awesome positivity, and it can be filled with some real fucking hatred as well. Like Reddit is
go either way.
It's really the worst and best of both worlds.
I feel like there's no happy medium though.
Very seldom.
Right.
And somebody yesterday on Reddit was like, "Hey, I need a PlayStation VR YouTube channel to watch, something that's relatively professional."
Oh, Alessa says, "I hope you get permission to display that license plate on the internet."
Yeah, I asked permission ahead of time.
You did?
I did.
Oh, smart man.
What kind of channel do you think we're running here?
Right? Fucking 8 goddamn minute channel. I don't know.
But the dude was like, hey, does anybody have any recommendations for professional YouTube channels about PlayStation VR? Mm-hmm. And I mean, en masse, everyone came out and said, absolutely, without PSVR without parole. Mm-hmm. And
amazing LSB. He's in Colorado.
What's
Go on. Sorry, I just.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go hang out with Jeremy.
Yeah, I guess they're. Yep.
So everyone came out in mass and recommended PSVR without parole, and I was just waiting for the for the other shoe to drop. I was like waiting, like when is the hatred gonna start coming in and be like, boy, that guy actually fucking sucks. I hate that guy. Because we've gotten a ton of hatred on Reddit and a bunch of other places online. It's because it's the internet. That's what happens.
It'll happen regardless.
It will, absolutely. Yeah. And it didn't happen. And in fact, it was an amazingly positive thread. And I just want to say thank you. 19,000 subscribers and the best goddamn community on the internet.
I really think it is the best goddamn community on the internet for sure.
Yeah.
Everyone gets along. And if we don't, we mute them.
We do. We mute them right away. No messing around anymore. Actually, since we mentioned community, why don't you go on the PlayStation 4 and go find our community? It's the PSVR Without Parole Gamecast community.
I feel like I haven't done that in a while.
The meowing?
Yeah. Where's it been?
I don't know. We do it every week.
I don't know. I feel like it's been at least a couple weeks.
It's probably been a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Well, GameCats. I mean, I can't edit the cat in behind us anymore, or in front of us, or whatever. I could. Maybe I'll figure out how to do that for next week. And actually, just so everyone knows, there's a lot of things that I still want to do. And getting on this new schedule has been actually kind of difficult. This week's Litterbox episode isn't up, so you guys, if you support us on Patreon for $1 or more every month, what do you get, Michelle?
I am not Jeremy.
Fine. Every week you get an episode, a short little segment called the Litterbox, like 5 to 10 minutes, and it's just one of us or a couple of us sitting here just like shooting the shit, telling you about something personal, usually not video game related, but it's a little something just to show our gratitude.
Yeah.
We also give you the MP3s of all the shows that go up every week. So patreon.com/withoutparole games for just $1 or more every month. You can make 4 podcasters' dreams from Worcester, Massachusetts come true.
You had trouble saying that.
I did. Worcester, Massachusetts. I went to speech class when I was young.
Me too.
I don't think it took.
Me either.
So like the Litterbox episode is late this week. Also, I want all the Patreon names to be scrolling down there.
Yeah.
That's going to take a minute to get.
Oh yeah, still not happening yet.
No, next week hopefully.
Yeah. Okay.
So things are in the works. Everything's happening.
Also, it's a learning process.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you don't already. Make sure you like this video, and also make sure you click that little notification bell so when we go live or new videos pop up, you are notified. Yeah. So you don't want to miss a thing.
I don't want to miss a thing.
Don't want to close my eyes. Don't want to fall asleep because I miss you, baby. Don't want to miss a thing. So last week on the PlayStation Store,
tell me.
2, count them, 1, 2 surprise launches for PlayStation VR. The coffee just kicked in. What's up, kitties? We got 2. Don't make Gigi make noises
but it was cute.
that he would normally make.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Didn't I let you borrow Kiki's delivery service? I did. Whoa. 2 weeks ago.
You did. Whoa, 2 weeks ago.
Whoa, I totally forgot. You didn't watch it yet.
I didn't forget. It's still sitting on my kitchen table. I didn't forget that I have it. I have not watched it yet.
Okay.
What kind of time do you think I have in my life?
I mean, you're hanging out with me talking about video games.
True.
Probably
gotta
a lot of
make time for that.
Last week, I get the Walker.
Oh, when's the Litterbox episode of True and False going up? I don't even have to say who that's from.
You know what's funny?
Alas.
So how many episodes of Video Game True and False did we do? Like 50?
I got one. Sorry.
No, I think I was saying something.
All right, go on.
It was very important.
You said I was allowed to interrupt you.
For donations. Only.
Damn it.
Yeah. So I was watching Kind of Funny.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Yeah, Kind of Funny.
Of course.
I don't love Kind of Funny anymore ever since Colin did his own thing. And I don't love Colin's own thing.
You still like it.
I still like it.
You still like it.
I don't watch it religiously anymore. It's still on in the background sometimes.
Right.
They started doing Video Game True and False.
No, they didn't.
They did. They call it Mobile Game Real or Bullshit. And all they do is they come up with 5 titles.
What?
Yep. 5 titles of
what?
Possibly real, possibly bullshit mobile games. They don't have a description.
This is an outrage.
This is an outrage. Table flip. So I'm laying in bed, right? I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
As always, listening, and I'm like.
Thank you, Credo the Game Cat.
I got one eye open. I go, who's playing Video Game True and False? oh my god,
You
they
literally
fucking...
you'd heard it and everything, and it was just.
I was like I was falling asleep, and I was like, somebody's playing video game True and False, and I opened one eye, I was like, fuck you, Kind of Funny. You totally stole our idea.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? In all fairness, I feel like some of this has progressed from them, so.
Oh yeah, no, we wouldn't have a channel if it wasn't for Podcast Beyond
So,
or Kind of Funny.
share. That's cool.
Yeah, man, the hair is like doing some weird ass shit today. I don't know what's going on.
So
here.
what I was gonna say is when Aless sends us his intro, then maybe we will do Litterbox True and False. What do you think of that?
I do think that's a great idea.
I think it's a good idea.
We still have one list from Aless.
I know that's and we've been talking about it.
We have. So
and for probably everybody, maybe 9 out of 10 of you who don't know what video game True and False is.
Oh my god, just search.
It was from the beginning. Oh no, please don't. Oh, it was from the beginning though.
So even more exciting than the video game True and False is watching Michelle play video game True and False, totally intoxicated.
I hate you.
There are very few things in this life as entertaining as this. It was. I mean, people say the word cringeworthy all the time.
Oh my god, it was. It was awful.
And I don't think anyone knows what cringeworthy is.
It was terrible.
Until they see something like this.
It was terrible.
So check it out.
I
It's
thought
on
we
the
were
channel.
taking it off.
Huh.
And then I realized we started getting subscribers, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll sober up for the podcast.
Yeah, I really should get rid of the old ones because the new subscribers are going to be like, what in the fuck is this?
Yeah, no, let's not promote that.
So that's a thing.
It's too late, baby, now.
So, okay.
Late.
So let's see. Last week, we'll talk about PlayStation VR games now, guys. Sorry, 8 goddamn minutes.
Well, The Walker came out last week.
Wait, hold on. The Walker. I feel like I had a trailer for The Walker.
Oh, you should. It's definitely up on the.
But apparently, I didn't do that. Okay, so no video, just us talking about The Walker. You didn't play The Walker.
I didn't. I contemplated buying it.
Yeah, no, you didn't. Oh, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That
was a good one.
I totally didn't even register.
Yep.
So The Walker is The Walker like desperately wants to be the Brookhaven experiment, but like wants to like infuse itself with like more cinematic fights and stuff.
Right.
It doesn't do a terribly good job. If it was a $10 game, I'd be like, yeah, go check it out.
But it's $20 game.
It's $20, and for the same price, you should be playing Brookhaven. It's crazy.
Which was way cooler.
Yeah, So I know, like Dylan Gladstone was saying, like he's like, oh, I like that there's no music. It really adds to the ambiance and stuff. It's like it just adds to like the dread and whatever. And I'm like, sorry, Dylan, I don't agree with you on this one. I feel like the lack of music like creates just like all you hear is from your gun, and the sword, the optional sword that they give you, like, you never use because enemies, whenever they get close to you, they stop just outside of sword reach.
Range,
sure. Yeah. So like I'm swinging and it's like just out. They're not quite reaching them.
Okay.
And then by the time they get close enough,
sounds frustrating.
Why wouldn't I just shoot the fuck out of them?
Right.
So I almost never used the sword. I played through the game like 2 or 3 times. The only good thing is that once you play through once, the difficulty gets like real hard, and it's totally worth playing through again. So if you did buy it.
So the second time's more fun.
Way more fun, way more difficult because it kind of adds that Blasters of the Universe, like super hot mechanic where you're actually like dodging like incoming bullets and like what are those things called, arrows?
Bow and arrow? What?
Well, you dodge the arrow more than the bow.
Let's see what else we got on last week. Last
week we also got
18 floors.
I think we got a trailer for this. There it is.
I hope so.
For everyone. Do you find it a little strange that this game is for everyone?
It's for everyone.
But
VR is not even for everyone.
This is an interesting trailer. This makes it look like an action-packed library.
What do we got going on?
I don't know, but
don't slam your door on me.
Man, oh man, there's no full locomotion in this game, and it's really making it look like there is.
It sure does, actually. Huh?
Right?
Funny watching this trailer now after playing it all morning today.
Actually. I really wish there was full locomotion in this game because, I mean, pretty immersive, but it'd be even better with...
Campbell, you mean 2 floors? Yes, that's exactly what we mean.
That is exactly what we mean.
What did it say? 3rd floor coming soon or something like that?
Yeah, apparently the other 16 floors are like, eventually going to make it.
Yeah.
Which of course, for PSVR games, we've definitely got a curse where like we get a lot of chapter 1s or in Soul Dimension's case, Chapter Zeros, and we never get the follow-ups.
Right.
Loading Human, we've never gotten. Mortal Blitz, we still haven't gotten, even though it's possibly supposed to be coming.
So what do they do? They're like, here's a couple, let's see how it works, how it sells, and then...
I guess, yeah.
And then if people love it, maybe we'll make the rest.
But for anyone who is...
Work?
Like, I'm not saying this wasn't false advertising on 18 Floor's part, but I am saying anyone who expected there to be 18 floors in this game... it was out of their minds because it's a $15 game.
Kev Gret, in 18 floors of false advertisement.
It's true. It is true. Like I'm not like defending them at all. But what I am saying is like that for $15, I feel like I got my money's worth.
Right.
If there were 18 floors, like I would gladly pay $100 for this game because that's how much content there'd be.
Wow. That's a lot of money for that.
That's how much we're gonna end up paying with all the DLC.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, if it's like $6 a floor.
So do you think all 18 floors are actually gonna come out?
I think we'll probably get
that?
4, 3, and maybe 4. And
that's kind of where I'm at too. I'm like maybe 5 total kind of thing, and
I mean, it would be amazing because well, hold on a second. We've played this game.
Yes, okay. Yes, we have.
I'm gonna put the timer up. But
do we need a timer?
I don't know. Just for fuck's sake, let's do it.
Okay.
All right. On
I
your mark.
hate the timer.
Good. On your mark, get set, go.
So I played 18 floors this morning, or 2 floors, one of which I did not play. So it took me about, I don't know, roughly 2 hours to do the first floor, I think. That's actually jumping in and out of the VR as well. Had to stop to feed Aiden, come back in kind of thing. So I thought I was going to hate it. I jumped into the VR and I started playing and I was like, oh, this is not a game for me. There's no shooting. There's nothing going on. What is this, And then I really surprisingly got into it. Very much so. I instantly got the first 2 boxes done. I don't know what the spoiler situation is here.
The situation is don't spoil it.
Okay.
I mean, how could you spoil it? Just don't tell them the solution.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so I instantly got the first 2 boxes done, right away. And then I got to the other ones, and the third one took me a little bit longer, but easier to figure out. The last one, however, holy crap, that one took me the longest by far. And then once I ended up finding out the solution, I was like, that was stupid easy. Which made me feel like, wow, the answer was literally right there, and it just kind of completely went over me. So I don't know how that worked.
Well, the question is then, how do you feel about that? Do you feel as though?
I feel good about it, honestly.
So I'm assuming that you were overthinking it.
I was way overthinking it. Yeah.
So you have this thing, right?
I was like, I need to pull out a piece of paper and pen. I didn't really, but
that's how you felt.
But that's how I felt. Yes.
Right. And I feel like some of the puzzles in this game are just a little too simple. Like that one specifically with the numbers. We're not gonna spoil anything. We're not gonna tell you what the answer is. But the fact is that if you think it's difficult, then it's actually not. And I think on my live stream where I spent like 2 hours, I think, playing just the first room. I want to say a good 40 minutes was just on the last puzzle. The
last 15 minutes of me playing this level, I actually went onto your live stream and was like, motherfucker, just tell me how to do this.
Right, and that's the thing, is like if you get to the point where you're like frustrated and it's no longer fun,
exactly,
then just look it up, right?
And that's what I did. And then once I looked it up, I'm like, oh, okay, I could have probably figured that one out.
I'm gonna put a timer up for me. By the way, if you guys are new to the show, if anybody out there is new to the show, then the reason we put the timer up is because it's a game. It's called Should We or Shouldn't We? We put 90 seconds up on the clock. Put the clock up on the counter. The way that
Jeremy likes it.
Jeremy likes it.
I feel like he thumped somewhere. Yeah.
He probably thumped somewhere. So that we can tell you, the loyal game cats, whether you should or should not be playing the games that we are playing and or watching, the games or videos. I don't know. Am I the one that usually says
Henry
this?
Twiddle. Yeah, there were a lot of things in the room that did not serve any purpose. But I think that's the whole part of it, too, is they want to throw you off, Like, they want to... Here's, like, a random hammer and screwdriver or whatever it is all around the room, like... picking it up, like, should I use this? Should I do something? I mean,
that's the beauty. If everything in the room only served to help you solve the puzzle, then it would be way too easy.
Right.
Right? Because you'd be like, because because it would just be like, here's all of the pieces of the puzzle. Now I just got to put it together. Instead, you have all these extra pieces, and you go, are these part of the puzzle?
Right.
And it actually makes you think a little bit. And I think it gets exceptionally more difficult on the second floor, which hopefully we can talk about next week. And it's because it actually, I feel like the first floor. You know what? On your mark.
Yep.
Get set and go. The first floor is like training wheels for the second floor.
Okay.
It's saying, get used to walking around and interacting and stuff and blah blah blah. And here's how the game works.
Yep.
What you like?
No,
you're
go
on
ahead.
edge. What's up?
No.
Okay.
Go.
And then the second floor is like, now here's a puzzle. Here's a puzzle room. We're not going to send you to different boxes. Hey, solve a puzzle here. Now go to this box and solve a puzzle here. Now go to this box and solve a puzzle here. Now it's like, how do these rooms and these objects interact with each other in the environment? Like, how is this going to work? And it gets
spent about 5 minutes in the second floor.
Yeah. Did you open any of the doors?
No.
Yeah, that's what happened with me on the live stream. I was like, okay, I feel real accomplished because I finished the first floor.
I felt great.
And I'm like, I want to come back to this when I have the time and to focus on it. I didn't even want to like start solving puzzles.
Yep. I was like, I need to play and finish.
But keep in mind, on the second floor, the same thing as the first floor. It's all the answers are generally right in front of you.
Damn it.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. There are a couple. They throw you a couple curveballs. There's a couple that are like, I don't know if that is the best solution to this puzzle, but whatever, it works. I loved it. The environments, I think, are beautiful.
Yep, the sound was good.
Sound was good.
Creepy like noises here and there.
And you didn't get to play with headphones because you were kind of babysitting.
I had one headphone in.
Okay.
I did. Yeah.
So you get the idea.
I always have the one.
Right.
So
that's the thing, is like the sound effects were great. It was definitely, there were times. Oh yeah, my time's up.
Please go on.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
There were moments where like I was scared to look over my shoulder because I would hear something and be like.
See, there's the thing. I never got scared. It was an escape room, and I never felt like.
Right.
Maybe I wasn't fully immersed, 100%. I don't know. But
I don't know. I just love getting into any new game, especially when it's like horror themed, and wondering, hey, what do the developers have in store for me? Like, what is, like, is this going to be filled with jump scares? Is this going to be filled with monsters?
Right.
Is this going to be filled with, what's
See, I
here?
just assumed it was only puzzle based.
And so like that's why like people in the comments of the review were like, are there jump scares? Are there monsters? And I was like, I don't want to tell you. Because I don't I don't want you to know the answer. I'm like, I'll tell you in a spoiler section, like way down, so that no one can just accidentally see it going by. But I want people to be on edge and enjoy the game the way I enjoyed it. Right? Otherwise, I feel like you really miss something. What's the point of having it horror themed?
Blaze said we should call this the afternoon live Gamecast. We're still trying to rename it.
It's midnight somewhere. Don't forget, like people do watch this worldwide.
Should we just call it It's Midnight Somewhere, PSVR?
Probably not. No. I don't know. We still don't know what to call it.
What was the flashlight for? That was like pointless. They had the flashlight in the.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was so that you can see things better. I mean, there were some dark places in that, and like.
Okay.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe it comes into play in on the third floor, the fourth floor.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's so funny because we were like, because when I was doing the live stream, trying to solve the fourth puzzle on the first floor, people were like, the paper's reflective. It uses disappearing ink, and I was like, wow, we are getting like real deep into this.
Yeah.
Right. Oh man.
It's gotta do something.
It's gotta do something. It was crazy. We had a good time. I got a little bit frustrated during the stream because when you got like
I can't imagine
30 people
doing that live. Like I remember my fiance walked into the room and I stopped momentarily because I was like, I don't want him to watch me doing this. Like I want to do this on my own by myself, Yeah. I can't imagine doing that live. Yeah. I feel like it would just have so much more stress.
It was okay. The only downside, I mean, I didn't mind not having answers, like by trying to figure stuff out in front of people.
Right.
That was okay because we were all kind of trying to figure it out together.
Yeah.
The downside was that I had 30 people all giving me advice at the same time, and it was just like, and I was getting like a little piece of everyone's advice, like second after second after second. I was like, this is like, so useless. I was like, I love all of you guys.
Then you're getting like 10 different pieces of advices, and then you're trying to figure it out on your own as
No,
well.
does anybody actually know the answer, like, or are we all just guessing? I don't even know.
A little bit of both.
And just because, and here's the other thing: as this show like evolves, we want to like obviously have
Pixel Ripped is 20% for pre-ordering. Yeah.
Awesome. It's
God
good
Canyon.
It's good to know that it has a pre-order.
Yep.
We want to make sure that like we start integrating all of the elements of the Midnight Gamescast into one show. So that's why like we'll talk over the trailers for like theater, and we want to make sure we integrate as much viewer takeover as possible too. So on the 18 Floors first impression video that we were just talking about, K27 wrote, so I was playing this last night. The first room went fairly smoothly, but the second I lost an item in a wall and had to restart, then get stuck on opening the bookshelf. I think I figured that out now and I'm heading back in soon. So that is like the one biggest downfall with this game, is that for some reason
the items get lost on you.
You're holding the item, and as you're teleporting around, the items don't really click teleport with you. It's like there's a little delay where they like boom, shoot along with you.
So I actually had a problem holding the item and teleporting all together. Like I would literally like put it down over here and then teleport and then pick it up, kind of thing. Like it wouldn't go with me.
Wow, that's real bad.
Yeah, it was. So maybe I should have restarted it or something. But I was having
it was
like a delay.
Controllers, right?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Because I was like, move with one, teleport with the other. I didn't know if that was an issue.
Yeah, no, it just wasn't going at all. So
there was one. I had to do the same thing on the second level. There was an item, and without spoiling anything, it was an item that is very hard to see.
Hey, Des.
Hey, Des.
Hi.
It's an item that's really hard to see. And so teleporting around and holding this item,
right.
Next thing I know, I wasn't holding it anymore, and I was like, oh crap, where did it drop? And it was, I took my flashlight out, I started scanning the floor, nothing. I had to reset, couldn't find it.
If I had dropped something and couldn't find it, I would actually just, you know how you can pick up things from a distance?
I tried that too.
Yeah, I would
scanned the whole room.
I would scan it and just be like, what can I click?
Like, as far as I knew, it like fell into the floor or through a wall or something, and I never found it again.
Oh, so frustrating. But it still doesn't take away from...
It doesn't.
I think it was a fantastic game.
Yeah, 18 Floors for me is a total should we, whereas the Walker is like, no. When it's like $7 or something on sale, pick that up, but total should we on 18 Floors.
I agree.
So here's the thing, as far as this week's releases go, it's a little confusing. Maybe God Cannon knows something we don't know. Actually, I'm gonna jump onto the PlayStation Store real fast here, because as of right before we started filming this, the PlayStation Store hadn't updated, and I was a little concerned by that because today we were supposed to get a couple new games. So I just want to see. I don't want this to be outdated information immediately. There it is. Holy crap!
Bam.
The store updated so late today.
Bam.
That's insane. All right. Well, in that case.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Okay. Let's see. Let's talk about this one here. Is Animal Force. Now, Animal Force is a tower defense game. Basically, the tower that you're defending is the planet Earth. It's out right now. Did you see the price on that? It was like $12 or something. Nice. Yeah. And the $12 is the perfect price for this game. My review is going to go up hopefully later today. I spent all day yesterday playing this game, and
it's so adorable.
Absolutely love it. And if you guys saw my Let's Play, like when it first came out in the UK, I think like a month ago, or I think in all of Europe actually, it was one of those things where it was like I played it for like a half an hour during the live stream.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened, but like I was like just not into it. I was like, this is boring, this is difficult, and I just didn't enjoy it at all.
Yeah.
This game is so much fun.
Yeah. When I was talking to you before this, you were like in love with it.
Totally in love with it. It's like I said, $12. It'd probably take about 4, maybe 5 hours to beat. And the thing is like I saw some other reviews of it that were like, this game's like ridiculously hard. It's stupid hard. It shouldn't be this hard. And blah, blah, blah. Anybody who thinks it's too hard hasn't played the game enough. Because what happens is you play a couple levels, right? You get your little characters, right? And you line them up. Typical tower defense stuff. Like one of your guys just like shoots constantly. Another guy will freeze your enemies to slow them down, so your other guy can shoot them faster.
Everyone's working together.
And there's another guy who creates a shield, right? And so you have to pick the 3 characters you want to use for that level, and then you're kind of like waving them around with the move controller, and then placing them. You can either place them, and then you can pick them up and move them if you want to. Some enemies shoot at you, so you do have to like keep moving them around. And then sometimes you just find the perfect placement, and you start like putting all the animals together on the screen.
All different levels too, or?
And that's the thing is that so the whole time in each level you're collecting stars, right? And the stars will allow you to level up.
Okay.
Each of those characters. It's like that first guy that just
You
shoots.
get to choose
he'll-
which one.
Yeah,
levels up.
totally.
Yeah.
totally. And so
Okay.
so you find your favorite characters and you start
Yep.
leveling them the fuck up. And then I think each one can level up 4 times. And so like your little adorable panda who's just your boom 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 boom. He's just your turret gun, right?
Yeah.
I leveled him up right away. I was like, I'm gonna level him up fast,
Mm-hmm.
fast, and so he just shot faster and faster and
He
faster.
reminds me of like Plants vs Zombies or something.
There's a little bit
You
of that,
know?
right?
Like-
And so I found my 3 favorite characters. And next thing I knew, I had like these crazy awesome shields protecting everybody. I had my panda who was shooting like
Yeah.
crazy, and then I had this chicken who was like throwing eggs at all the enemies, and like the eggs were like attaching. It was
I love it.
it's adorable, right? And it probably took me about 4 hours to beat. And the thing is you can lose a match, you can lose a level, and there's no penalty for that. You keep
So you start over in the same level, or
yeah, it just puts you right back into like seconds before you started the level. There's no loading screen.
Right.
And you're like, do you want to go back to this level, or do you want to go like play an easier level? And the thing is even if you lost the level, you still keep the stars you collected from that level.
good. So it's not super frustrating.
Right. So you
Yeah.
can keep trying it over and over and over again, collecting stars,
Right.
and then level up your character, and then try it again, and suddenly it's easier.
Right.
Right. So the point is, it's kind of like an RPG
You
grind.
said it was like 4 hours for like
4 or 5 hours.
$12 or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, don't just ignore my first impression video because I was wrong. I
Okay.
can't believe how wrong I was.
Are
This
you
game
gonna
is.
take that off the
I don't
channel?
know. Maybe once the review goes up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of, and I don't mind. You know, like I don't mind when I'm wrong about something.
Right.
You know, but if the game is broken, it's a whole different story. But like if I'm wrong, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I'm gonna do about that. But
Yep.
definitely pick that up. And also we saw here. Let me just check out the price one more time here. So yeah, that was $12.79 with Plus. And so it's a launch day sale.
This is a persistence demo?
But $16 is what it normally goes for. Now, what persistence demo?
That's what I was just looking at.
That's been out for like forever.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, we got 2 weeks till the persistence. Like, definitely.
So close.
So close.
So close.
But the other game that came out today is. Here, let's check this out. This is Dream Match Tennis by Bamboo Soft. Like, what a horrible, horrible name. Bamboo Soft Real Sports.
Bamboo.
But how cool is this, right? It's like this looks like pretty awesome tennis physics. Right?
No multiplayer.
No multiplayer. But it uses a navigational controller. So if you have an old nav controller laying around that actually holds a charge unlike mine, then
Then pull it out.
and pull it out. I was watching
Jeremy would have been all over that comment.
all over it. I was watching Seraphim 190 play last night, and he was playing it with the DualShock in one hand to move around the court, and the Move control in the other hand.
Nice.
So
Seraphim's fun to watch.
Seraphim is fucking hilarious. If you
He
guys don't
is.
subscribe to Seraphim 190, you
Definitely
should
do it.
definitely do that. So, yeah, unfortunately, you know, it is one player,
Yep.
and it seems pretty limited. But at the same time, it's a $15 game, and I
Okay.
feel like this might be the right price for that game.
Okay. It still it still looks fun. The controllers look great. I would obviously, and I think everybody else would prefer that it would be online, but it's a good price point for what it is.
Yeah, I can only imagine like how interested I'd be in playing Spark single player.
Right. Well, that's kind of exactly where I'm going with that too.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll obviously be buying it and reviewing it. I'm curious to see how much time I get out of it, though. Dream Match Tennis VR. All right, cool.
Dream Match Tennis.
That's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? K27 also asked a question. He said was curious what you use for a mic. I'm guessing you also go through a game capture type setup. He's been streaming through the PlayStation 4 directly, and the mic on the PSVR doesn't pick up his voice too well.
Oh no, Satori G. Hey, from West Africa.
West Africa.
Awesome.
What? There's a West Africa now?
Awesome that people all over the world are watching.
Is there all? I mean, is there like Africa and West Africa, or is there like Africa East and West?
I think you're in Africa, and it's
I'm in Africa.
West Africa. No, not you personally.
I'm in Africa.
Oh Jesus.
Jesus was from Africa.
He's everywhere.
Okay. Is it? I want to know. Is there an East Africa? Wait. Well, I mean, I don't say I'm from
Hey, from
Central.
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about that.
Jupiter skies.
Oh, yeah, Jupiter skies. Nice.
Yeah.
I think I knew that. I'm really bad with this.
I think you're great at it.
I don't know.
Takes you a second.
So K27, when I live stream games, I do it the same way everyone else does it. I do it through the PlayStation 4 with my PSVR headset on, and I just use the mic, and so it's the exact same way you're doing it. I promise. So make sure you can go into the settings and check your mic input.
Okay.
Make sure the mic input is actually set to the VR headset, and make sure the volume on the mic is up. So double check that.
Play around with the settings a little bit.
No, absolutely. I mean, because I feel like Dave Station somehow gets the best audio quality on his. Like when he does it, like he sounds like he's using a professional mic. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like the pitch of his voice. It just like must resonate perfectly with the microphone.
He just has the perfect voice.
I think I'm like too bassy, and so it's like it just like vibrates and shit. It's like everything's gonna be distorted. Also, man, what's going on? I guess never enough coffee in my world. So let's see. That was Dream Edge Tennis in VR. Looks pretty awesome. I'll be playing that later today. I might stream that when we're done with this. I might spend some time on the courts. So if you guys can't get enough of us, then make sure you stick around after the show.
Courts. Didn't think you'd ever say that before.
Is that not? I don't know. Is that another thing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't do sports.
So there's definitely a ton of awesome PlayStation VR news this week. I don't know. Did you happen to see
This week?
Did you see the? One more time, just because Jeremy's not here?
Just because Jeremy's not here.
1, 2, 3. Fuck.
You a different side every time. Throw you off.
You just want to make both of my cheeks red.
I didn't
Okay,
even hit you.
Then we'll play 2 more times.
Okay.
So all 4 of my cheeks can be
Smack.
perfectly red. All right, so Sin Studios debuted this trailer for Warzone. Warzone, here, let me just see what I have to say.
Mike Simpson said, yes, stream it, Brian.
Fantastic. Spend some time on the courts with Mike Simpson.
Troy said, my subwoofer likes you because you're very busy.
That's awesome to hear. It's awesome to hear. Awesome to hear. Awesome to hear.
All right, what are we watching?
What's
going on?
Yeah, this is Warzone by Sin Studio. This is ridiculous. This is a team-based shooter.
Okay.
Okay. What's so crazy about this is that you can play 10 teams at once, 5 people per team. This is gonna be a 50-person online multiplayer game. How insane is that?
Holy shit.
Yeah. So
that's gonna be a first for VR.
Yeah. The crazy.
That many.
But here's the interesting part about this. So it's Sin Studio.
Yeah.
Okay. They're saying that each map is going to be between 2 and 4 square kilometers. So we're talking giant maps.
Okay.
A ton of players. And these are the people who made Wraith.
Are we going to be able to support this?
And the Perfect Sniper. This is a one-man development team.
Once again, are we going to be able to support this?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I'm super excited that they're like going for something a little more ambitious.
Oh, absolutely.
But can they do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the question.
This is a huge question. Yeah. I know people like really like to get excited for like these kind of like, you know, tactical squad-based shooters and stuff. You know, because everyone gets super excited about Alvo, and we still haven't seen gameplay footage of that. And hopefully Firewall turns out good next month. But this, they're promising everything. They're saying tons of weapons, vehicles, the huge maps.
When did they say it was going to release?
And sometime later this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they were saying fall for PC and then after for PSVR. I think they've learned their lesson. I think Sin Studios knows that like the certification process is like super insane on Sony's part. So they're just not promising anything yet.
Yeah.
Because it took them forever to get Wraith and Perfect Sniper to PSVR, like 6 months after it came to PC. I don't know. So I'm very curious to see how that turns out. It does, of course, since it's a Sin Studio game, support the aim controller, DualShock 4, and moves. So fucking sign us up.
But
right?
For Jeremy, it's just gonna be the dual.
The dual.
The DualShock.
DualShock. What a fucking weirdo that kid is. Yeah.
Why isn't he watching? Where are you?
He's in Colorado.
I know.
He's too high.
But they don't have internet in Colorado? Come on.
He's on top of a mountain. And that
I
could be literally or figuratively speaking. Who the fuck knows?
Also true.
Yeah. Then there's Gumball's Game Room. I want to bring up something that he wanted us to talk about. He sent us a link for.
I'm just trying to read it. What's up, PSVR Frank?
Frank's in the chat. What's up, dude?
That's not what I was looking at, though.
Okay. So, yeah, Gumball's Game Room wants to check out this right here. It's called The Vanishing Act. So let's check out the trailer for The Vanishing Act. And where is my transition? Right there. All right. Now, let me explain what this is. Ex-PlayStation and ex-Activision directors formed a company called Maze Theory VR Studio. Their first project is called The Vanishing Act.
Right.
Mike Hardy, one of the guys, ex-Sony guys, his quote is, the games industry is continually evolving and virtual reality is a natural progression. With Maze Theory, we want to drive innovation in the sector and produce the best-in-class VR games that will help drive the technology forward. And then in regards to The Vanishing Act specifically, right here that we're watching.
Absolutely pre-order Pixel Ripped. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes,
of course.
hands down.
Yeah, we played that at PAX East. It was phenomenal. He goes, in this experience, players will retrace the steps of an inventor that creates a machine to see other people's memories, which sounds oddly reminiscent of Transference, the Ubisoft game, the Elijah Wood Ubisoft game.
Yep.
The graphical fidelity here looks phenomenal, though. Obviously, this is probably PC VR.
Really being excited for that one too.
For Transference?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully it's good.
Right.
Right? The limited amount of gameplay looks good. This, however, I really like what they're showing here. These are some really nice graphics, pretty diverse environments. The lighting is phenomenal. I don't know, it makes me want to get my Move controllers out and open doors.
Right.
I'm a big fan of interacting with doors.
Is that your hand on the door?
Right. So, I don't know.
I'm gonna jump out at you. What's happening?
There's something very cool going on there. I'm a big fan of that for sure. So, all right, let me find my transition. There it is. All right.
Very good.
So thank you, Gumball's Game Room, for bringing that to our attention. This is that trailer only came out like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
But definitely missed it. They haven't announced any platforms. I can only imagine if they're trying to drive VR forward, they're going to start with PC VR and then, of course, bring it over to the largest VR platform.
Right.
It's ours.
Yeah. Little at a time. But we're working on it.
Pretty big platform over here. Jeremy? No?
No.
Okay, cool. Also,
it's just not the same.
What's that?
Without Jeremy.
Without Jeremy, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah, we actually talk about stuff.
Stop.
What? I just want to get this out of the way. You guys know that I was talking to JD Max, the Gamescast.
Yep.
So JD and I were talking on the phone the other night, and I was talking about the persistence, right? And I was
so close.
And I was like, dude, I'm so excited about the persistence. I've been playing Spelunky so much because it's like a procedurally generated game, and I just whatever, very roguelite. And I'm like, this is a game I want to play, and the persistence is like the horror version of that game, right? And I was like, I just want to fucking dive into the persistence right now. I want to play this game for the rest of my life. By the way, P.S. Everybody, I beat Spelunky last night for the first time.
Did you? Congratulations!
Yep. I've been playing pretty much nonstop for a
month.
You have finally beat Spelunky.
So funny.
Very, very proud moment of my life.
Yep.
But
I felt your energy rise when you said that. You're like, I finally beat that.
But the persistence is the game I really want to be playing.
Yep.
It's like the VR horror version of Spelunky. And so I'm obviously, when this game comes out, I'm doing a 12-hour live stream, hands down, no questions asked. Because I want to be really good at this game right away.
Do I need to bring you coffee and pizza again?
Well, the issue is games come out on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And so the question is, how do we do this show?
And do a 12-hour
and do a 12-hour live stream. So I'm going to play from noon. I'm gonna play
do the show Monday night.
I'm gonna play from midnight to noon. Give myself an hour break and then we film. So
that's not an hour break.
Yeah.
And then we film. So
yeah.
Okay.
So basically, I'm gonna do a 12-hour live stream. Give myself a little break just to kind of see the sunlight, and then we're gonna dive right into the Gamescast. And you guys can talk about everything else happening this week, and then I'm just gonna talk about the persistence nonstop.
Fair enough.
All right, that's totally fair.
Oh, he looks creepy.
He is totally creepy. He's in the demo. Definitely check out the demo if you haven't checked that out. So this is just me being super duper excited. There's no news here except that it's coming out in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So stay tuned for my 12-hour live stream as soon as that fucking thing drops. Hopefully from midnight to noon, and then Gamescast.
Hopefully it's not late.
Hopefully it's not late. Hopefully I can download it ahead of time. Hopefully I can start right away. If I get a review key, Fire Sprite. I'm begging you, please. Please, and thank you. Most anticipated PlayStation VR game. I've been saying this for fucking a year now.
You have, yeah.
And for the last 6 months, they announced the release date 6 months ago. And for the last 6 months, I've been like, it's so far away. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, I'm like, it's 2 weeks away.
I so hope you're not disappointed, and it's just like the best game ever.
I mean, the fact is that even if it's only as good as the demo,
Yeah.
then I'm already happy.
Then you're still
because the
good
demo
with
was
it.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that if you play the demo and you weren't sure about it, if you're like, I don't know about this, play it like 10 more times.
Oh no, Kevgret says this game is not good. Brian will be so sad. Why would you say that? I shouldn't have even read that out loud.
He said, if this game is not good, it'll be fine. Kevgret, don't worry about a thing. Cause I don't want to miss a thing.
Stop that.
Don't want to close my eyes. Don't want to fall asleep cause I miss you, baby. And I don't want to miss a thing.
Boys.
Where? So let's see. Back to the topic at hand. Seeking Dawn developers, Multiverse Entertainment, debuted 10 minutes of Seeking Dawn gameplay. Now,
Let's watch.
You want to watch the whole thing?
I do.
You want to watch 10 minutes of Seeking Dawn gameplay?
No,
All
not 10
right.
minutes.
Well, listen. Here we
But
go.
a couple minutes.
Okay. While no one's even going to tell that I'm leaving the room, they'll have no idea. Check this out. Ready? See, I'm not even here anymore. I'm gonna go refill my coffee. Enjoy. Good luck.
You can't do that.
But they don't even know I'm gone.
You just told them.
They don't know. They don't listen to me. They're just staring at you.
Mr. Game Cat Carnaval says, ouch my ears. You need to stop slamming on the table, Brian.
Sorry. Say hi to Per Benjamin for me.
Go fill your coffee. And then he leaves me all alone. And there is a copyright strike. No, Des, don't say that.
Not good enough for a copyright strike.
Sure you are. No one can hear you. You shush out there.
Well, if no one can hear me, why am I shushing?
Fair enough. Fair.
How's the
What's going
gameplay
on
look?
over here? Drop pod seated.
Gameplay was pretty good, right?
What's going on right now?
Yeah.
Ship's all shaking and everything? What's happening?
I don't know. This is.
I feel like I'm in the pod and we're about to take off.
You're in the pod.
Yeah, look.
Okay.
Like a little pod.
So this is the beginning of Farpoint.
That's what it seems like, actually. Yes.
Okay. I wish. You think the guy in the headset is just having a seizure?
That also might be the case.
Yeah.
Yes.
This actually does look like the beginning of Farpoint. It's like, get out of your pod and go explore this alien world. Shit. I wish I had the comment handy. Although, guess what? You know what? Since they can't even see me, I can totally go find the comment right now. Do. You know, I don't know how loud this the gameplay is, but man, the sound effects.
What is this? This is Seeking Dawn.
Seeking Dawn by Multiverse Entertainment. The thing is I'm really happy that they showed all this footage, because for a minute it seemed like this game wasn't going to happen,
Right.
and then for another minute it was like it didn't seem like it was going to happen on PlayStation VR. And the fact is that they're reassuring us that this is a full game.
Not only is it a full game, but it's going to happen.
But it's also coming to PlayStation VR.
Yep.
Because they announced that it was, and then people like they just kind of like, we're just kidding.
Right.
Yeah.
No take backsies.
No take backsies,
No
indeed.
take-backsies.
Jesus.
What are we looking for? What are you doing?
I'm just looking for a specific comment here. Don't mind me. Just searching the comments. Search in the comments. Maybe I won't find it. Who knows?
We don't do audio on the videos, right?
It should be quiet at least.
There's no audio coming out.
No audio?
No.
Here, give me a second here.
That's what Des says. Getting no audio from the game.
Here. Have some audio.
Can't hear the gameplay. Yep.
There you go.
How about now?
Oh, actually, that's...
Aim support?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes on the aim support. It does look really cool, doesn't it?
It does look really cool for sure. Okay. So there should be some audio coming through now. The audio sucks. So that's the thing is like it seems like they killed it on the graphics. They killed it with like the gameplay. There's crafting. There is like base building.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. And
cool.
and so the deal is it's like a 20-hour campaign, and you can play that with other people, up to 3 other people.
Mm-hmm.
So you can put the entire 20-hour campaign with up to 3 other people or by yourself.
Right.
And then there's like cool weapons and all this other stuff, and it seems like they killed it in every regard except they.
What's up, Joe Monahan?
What's up, Joe? Except it sounds like they didn't finish the sound effects before they put out this trailer. Because the sound of the guy getting hurt, the sound of the monsters, it all just kind of it just reeks of like placeholder sounds, and that's probably what it is. It's probably like early access stuff, and they're just gonna like finish that stuff up later.
Right.
And so hopefully they get all that stuff taken care of before they bring it to PlayStation VR. But it does look cool. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do here for sure. Obviously, some base building mechanics going on right here. We could watch this all day. You want to watch the whole thing, or should we move on?
Nope, we should move on.
We should totally move on now that I have coffee.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. All right. Let me switch back here. All right. Yeah, no. So, that's 2018. We don't really, as far as we know, 2018. I think this is another, after the PC version is totally done, we'll get it. But it's good to know that it's still coming.
Always PC first.
Always.
Yep.
Always. Roy Schwartz wrote on the Out of Ammo review discussion that I did with Des yesterday. He wrote, "Great video as always, guys." Thank you very much. He goes, "Please do yourself a favor and research Megalith. We are in for a treat." If you guys are unfamiliar with Megalith, that is certainly something that we should be looking forward to. Megalith is basically, I guess it's PlayStation VR's Overwatch.
Right.
It's a hero shooter.
So amazing.
Right now, there was Megalith was not at PAX East, right? That was Bound to Blood.
That was at PAX East, yes,
right.
but not. I don't.
But
remember,
not Megalith. No,
I don't remember seeing that. Yeah.
They both kind of got debuted around the same time, and they both have like similar like cell shaded art style.
Yeah.
And so I got them confused sometimes, but yeah, Megalith is the hero shooter for sure. So let's take a quick look at that trailer for Roy Schwartz and see what that's all about. And that's not it at all. This isn't the trailer. This, in fact, is.
What are you doing?
Compliments of Upload VR. So, thank you, Upload VR, for we're stealing your footage, but at least we're crediting you. This is the only gameplay footage I've found of Megalith. Now,
okay.
Right. So, obviously, it's first person.
We still get footage, so.
First person, full locomotion. You get all these cooldown.
Teleportation. It looks like No, we're walking around.
No, full locomotion for sure. But we got all these like cooldown power-ups. And the sense of scale looks amazing. I don't know if you saw at the very beginning, it looked like there were 2 humans that like ran by.
Yeah.
So he
was aiming. That threw me off.
Ah, I gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah. This is a crossbow.
That part right there, yeah.
That's very cool.
Right.
So this is a very limited amount of footage, but I think I could totally get into this.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we know. Do we know how many players there are at once? Because that could really determine everything.
This definitely looks fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I can only.
This looks like a game for me.
And just like Overwatch, I can only assume that all the characters play like dramatically different from each other. Mm-hmm. So like you find the one you like the best and you just stick with it. I just desperately hope that this is the kind of thing where like you're leveling up your characters, you're leveling up your power-ups, your cooldowns, all of this stuff, so that like 20 hours into the game you're not playing as the same exact character you started at the very beginning.
Right.
Hopefully this is there's some kind of level progression here, because
totally Overwatch.
Totally, yeah. Oh, it's absolutely Overwatch.
Right?
Yeah. And let's be fair, this like Overwatch is such a huge success that this is something we needed.
I'm curious. Maybe this will start moving some headsets.
It possibly could.
Yeah.
It possibly could. I don't know if it'll give us. I don't know if it'll have the same. I mean, with Megalith, I don't know if it'll have the same like attraction as Overwatch, especially not coming from like a. We'll see. Crazy.
I mean, it looks good so far. So.
Yeah. So thank you, Upload VR, for the use of your footage. I don't really think that they knew we were doing that. Is this a trailer? Here's a trailer for Megalith, though. This is the official trailer. This is the debut trailer. So let's see if we get any more information from this. We definitely need to see some other worlds, man, like some other environments. Like, here's the desert-looking cavern.
Right?
Here's a desert-looking cavern again.
Before the world was ours.
Seriously.
Right about to go into the cavern.
Yep. I don't think there's any sound on this. Sorry, guys. Yeah, this is a very cinematic trailer. We definitely needed some more gameplay shown here. They didn't even really show the heroes. It's like, hey, here's a tease of the hero. I don't know.
What are you, a dog? What's going on?
Yeah, you're a megalith.
Right, yeah, totally.
Who's a good megalith? Yeah.
No, this one didn't have any sound, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That must be I must have screwed that up.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, well, it's coming this year, so we probably don't have long to wait.
All right.
All right.
In the meantime, we'll be playing the Persistence and
Persistence this month.
Yes.
Very exciting. Firewall 0 Hour next month.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Godcanon was saying that there's a Pixel Ripped pre-order. Is that right?
Yep, that's what he was saying.
So,
let's look that up real quick.
Yeah, let's make sure that there's see if there's a release date there.
Right.
It's the first time it's even been available in the store. July 31st. Holy fuck, guys. July 31st.
$20 July 31st.
So close.
Every single person pick this up. Pixel this up.
I don't even know what to say. Like, the fact that
I didn't realize it was going to be the freaking 31st. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to at least be
they didn't
another
know.
month or so.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah,
know, if
we
not
didn't know. They were very quiet about it until apparently just now. But that's awesome, man. I'm super duper excited for that, and for $20 too, to give us a launch price discount. Normally, I get a little nervous with launch discounts because when there's a launch discount, it's usually like, hey, buy this game now before all the reviews are out.
Yeah, but having played this game,
we already know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
And if it's not good, then something went horribly wrong.
Right? How did you backtrack? Yes.
Very strange.
Right.
So yeah, Pixel Ripped
Awesome.
looks amazing. Definitely pick that up. And speaking of sales, I mean, obviously we're going to pre-order that, but Lex C wrote on PSVR this week. Lex wrote, "Please continue to cover PSVR sales each week. The PlayStation Network store is terrible at showcasing them."
They are.
I gotta say, they really are.
Yeah.
Because even when you click the mid-year sale, like big banner,
like show me the sales,
right? And then it says you want
button.
PS4 games, PlayStation Vita games, or PSVR games. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
awesome. There's a PSVR
section.
button,
Let's do
right?
this.
And then it
Yeah.
shows you like 10 games.
You're like, what is? Yeah.
There's like 55 games on sale right now. So it's the only way for you to see every single game that's on sale. You have to actually go into the PlayStation VR section and then click the PlayStation VR catalog button.
Right.
And then just scroll through looking for the sales. It sucks,
Yeah.
but it's the only way to do it. We're more than happy to keep giving you recommendations. But if you want to see every game
We
that's
still
on
have
sale,
all those sales going on since last week.
one more week of sales.
Okay.
Same sales.
Because that was a crazy amount of sales going on. Like if
yeah.
you have a little extra cash floating around, definitely check it out right now because I mean there was a ton of games.
Yeah, 55.
Yeah.
55 PSVR games on sale.
And 55 is a shit ton.
I found the piece of paper from last week.
There you go.
I definitely think you guys should definitely be picking up Doom VFR for half price.
Yep.
There are strange games on sale, like Space Rift Episode 1. I mean, it's 70% off. It's like no risk.
Aaron Burnett asked if you're going to be standing for your 12-hour stream.
So here's the great thing about the Persistence.
Yeah.
The Persistence, I know a lot of people want dual move controller support. And Firesprite has been like, yeah, we're looking into that. Maybe it's probably, who knows, right? I thought you were taking it away from me. Don't you fucking take away my drugs.
No, I'm just... What did you put in there? It's just coffee. Oh, that would be so gross.
Nope.
So the cool thing about Persistence...
Come on, I put Nodos up my nose before. I put a lot of things up my nose before. The cool thing about the Persistence is I'm a big fan of DualShock 4 games.
Right.
So Skyrim obviously got a patch recently, right?
Yes.
So I went into Skyrim and I had my dual move controllers and I was like, this is great. I'm running around the world and I was like, I feel really immersed and like it feels really good. They really improved the controls. And I was like, this is awesome. This is the only way to play Skyrim.
Yeah.
Right? And I did it for like an hour, and I was like, all right, I'm done.
Right.
I went back and I recently played like 5 more hours of Skyrim, like just within the last couple days. And I was like, nope. I'm
Lethal Weasel. You definitely pick up Bloody Zombies. I had a lot of fun with that game.
Yeah, I think that's half price,
and
right?
if it's half price,
60% off.
60% off.
It's like $8.
It's 100%. Definitely get it. It was different and it was cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the flat game, because it comes in both versions, you can play non-VR or VR. And the flat game is just kind of boring, to be honest.
Yeah.
But once I jumped into VR, I was like, this
You're
is
like,
awesome.
whoa, this is so, yeah.
Yeah. So Skyrim, I played for another 5 hours, and I was like, no, but I want to just sit.
Right.
Because when I play Skyrim and when I play Persistence for 12 hours, I want to sit on my couch and just play like a video game. If I'm gonna play something for an hour, that's a totally different story. You know, I'm out there, I'm like swinging swords, I'm shooting fireballs, and it's...
Did you play 18 floors standing or sitting?
Standing.
You did.
Because I don't know if it's my setup, but it made me feel really short. And when I was sitting,
short, yeah.
I couldn't even trick the calibration settings. It made me feel this tall.
Yeah.
If I was sitting down, I couldn't even trick it. I had to stand up.
It's so funny.
And I still only felt like I was 3 feet tall.
Okay.
Why? What happened with you?
I sat. I basically sit through most of my VR games.
Sure.
And the one time that I decided to stand up, I was like, oh, there's something in there, and I was like, maybe I should stand up for this kind of thing.
Interesting. When you were sitting, did you feel really, really short?
It wasn't that bad. It was not how you're making it out to be. No.
Oh, no, I was practically sitting on the ground when I was sitting.
No, I was above the table level and everything.
Where's your camera?
So, underneath my TV.
That must be the difference. Because I've seen a lot of people out there, I think Dylan Gladstone, said that he couldn't get this calibration to work. And this game has to be set up for the camera to be underneath the TV. Because
I didn't have an issue.
Because mine's just above the TV, and I still felt short when I was standing.
Yeah, mine's always been under the TV, and it's worked perfectly for me.
If you're having an issue with 18 floors, give it a shot.
Yeah.
But as I was saying,
when
I play games for a long time, I want to kick back on the couch, DualShock 4.
Yep.
And that's how...
DualShock.
Yeah, and that's how I'm going to play the Persistence. That's how I played 5 hours of Skyrim yesterday.
Especially when you're doing 12 hours of it. You're not going to...
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's not a work shift. You're sitting down.
That said, obviously, we like options.
Yep.
So if and when Firesprite brings move control support to the Persistence, I'll gladly check that out. But that's, for me, more of a, I'm going to do this for an hour thing, not I'm going to do this for a 12 hours thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool. I'm just looking through real quick here to see if there's anything else on sale that is an absolute should we. I'm going to say
Starblood Arena.
Yeah, I mean Starblood Arena for 70% off.
Skyrim.
The Assembly is one of those games. Oh yeah, obviously Skyrim, obviously
50%
Wipeout.
Off, that's insane. Even Shooty Fruity was fun.
Also,
for 40% off.
Keep in mind, guys, that we are in North America. I got a comment from somebody yesterday calling us liars. They're like, you guys are liars. Wipeout is still $30. It's not on sale. And I was like, okay, first of all, sir, you must be somewhere else because Wipeout is $20 here. So wherever you live,
right,
it costs more.
Right.
And if you're not in North America...
Also, we're not, pulling a fast one on you.
Right? We don't work for Sony.
Yeah.
We don't work for Sony.
We don't work for anybody.
So it's hard enough keeping up with North American sales.
Yeah.
So that's... When we talk about sales, that's generally what we're talking about. We apologize to everyone in the rest of the world who doesn't get the sales that we get. We do seem to get them better sales and more often than the rest of the world.
Virtual Chef, I would totally say so as well. Just not playing for 5 hours plus totally fry your brain.
I mean, I did a 12-hour Skyrim live stream.
Yeah.
It's fine. Actually, I remember Note Sagacious at the end of that being like, go for another hour. And I was like, I could consider that.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I was ready to go.
Oh, too long for me.
Yeah.
Gotta take the headset off every now and then. Just walk away for a second.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I want to
You're
live.
like, I just want to live in there.
I want to live in there. Skyrim's a much better world than the one I've created out here. Yeah. And that pretty much does it for another episode of the Midnight Gamescast.
Thank you, Mr. Gamecat Canavel, for your donation.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate
Long
it.
time watcher.
Yeah, we need to come up with a better system for the donations. We want to make sure that everyone gets recognized.
Of course.
I do like that you read them for us. You're like.
Oh.
Get your hands
I just
in
like reading the comments. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to see everybody. Everyone we love is here.
I'm here.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Jeremy's not here, which is a downside,
No.
but he will be back next week. Don't you worry about a thing. That
Yes.
said, I'm going to go download Dream Match Tennis VR and do a live stream.
Sweet.
And also, hopefully later today, I'm going to get my Animal Force review up.
Yep.
But also, Des and I are filming 2 episodes of Why We Love PSVR so that we don't get ourselves into an awkward situation like we did last week with Bravo Team. We want to make sure we...
Wasn't awkward.
Well, I mean, it was a last-minute thing.
Just kidding.
If you weren't available, there was
kidding.
going to be no show. It was going to be just me sitting there being like, and every week on Why We Love PlayStation VR,
Sitting across from me,
crickets.
always.
Just crickets.
Just me.
Right. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. I think that pretty much does it for another episode.
Wraps up the wrap-up.
It does
No,
wrap up the
we need a
wrap-up.
new saying.
Yeah,
Damn it.
because it's not the
I'll work
wrap-up
on that.
anymore.
I know.
Yeah, but make sure you send your
One big
videos.
wrap-up.
Send your videos. We have no videos to open up. Fuck us one more time.
All right.
1, 2,
I was
3.
waiting for it.
Yes. I wound up for that.
hard.
I wound up. Pretty good
You
stuff.
smacked me. It's messed up.
Make sure you come back next week for another episode of the Midnight Gamescast.
Yes.
As always, I'm Brian, and
Never
that's
at midnight.
Michelle. Make sure you support us on Patreon for just $1 or more every month with www.withoutparole games. I don't know.
What are we doing
Patreon.com/withoutparole games. Words. We're ending the stream. Love
Fair
you
enough.
all.
Love you. Meow. Meow. I want a kitty.